Hey, how's it going, everybody? BurntBrian here, and once again, it's time to catch a buzz. So today's beer is rather special for multiple reasons, but I guess the most important one to me is that this particular beer company is one of the founders, like one of the beginners of the whole craft beer movement. They've managed to grow and become such a very popular and large craft brewery. So of course I'm talking about Dogfish Head. They have really just come up with so many amazing creations, and the head brewmaster is just a really creative guy who has put out some amazing brews, and I personally love their wide selection. As someone who likes IPAs, I like they've got their 30 minute, 60 minute, 90 minute, 75 minute, they may even have a 45 minute IPA. They've got just such a cool selection, and then their other beers, like their seasonals, are really amazing. I've had some awesome seasonal beers, like a strawberry one, I believe it was. But anyway, today's beer is definitely something rather special, and this is their Old School, which is a barley wine style ale brewed with figs and dates, and this sucker comes in at 15% alcohol per volume. So let's see here. Let's see. It says this beer ages with the best of them, and what you have here is a bottle conditioned barley wine style ale. It tells you to open the bottle, pour contents into 2 snifters, enjoy, or walk hand and neck into the middle of the woods, use a shovel to dig a 2x2 hole 3 feet deep, seal the bottle in a plastic bag, place in hole, and pack with dirt, memorize location, and leave. Return exactly 1 year later, dig up bottle, open, and enjoy. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll pick one up and see if this is just a funny little anecdotal thing they put on there, or if that would be something interesting to do, because I wouldn't have the ability to not open it if it was sitting in my house. So let's go ahead and pop the top on this and see what we've got. Now I'm using this Peroni glass that my cousin gave me. I gotta say, I absolutely love this glass. It just provides the perfect pour every time. Got beautiful carbonation on this, lots of action going, nice beautiful head. It's got a kind of this, I would say, almost a copper color to it. Wow, really beautiful looking beer. Let's see. Wow, on the aroma, it's surprisingly, I mean, it smells good. I'm almost getting like citrusy notes and almost like kind of piney notes, which make, remind me of a hoppy kind of smell. Though I am a little bit of afraid of this because it is 15%, and generally I worry when I start getting into the high alcohol beers, it just kind of they tend to oftentimes have a very alcohol flavor. You just taste this like almost metallic, almost bitter-like flavor. Let's go ahead and taste this. Okay, so it definitely does keep in tradition with a barley wine style ale. It's not as bad as I thought it was. There is that perfumey kind of like aftertaste that I'm personally not a big fan of when it comes to a lot of these high ABV beers. Wow, it is a really nice tasting beer. It's a complex flavor. It's almost like I'm picking up caramel notes in it in a sense. Definitely getting that hoppiness, and this may just be my taste buds acting up, I don't know, but it's almost like once that alcohol like perfumey taste kind of fades away a little, it's almost like you get this butterscotch like creamy flavor. This actually kind of growing on me. The first sip or two, it was kind of iffy. But it's not so bad now. I'm actually really enjoying this one. Nice. Again, though, this is 15%, so this isn't something that I'm going to sit here and chug down. So definitely a great tasting beer. It's not something that I would drink on a regular, every day, but this is definitely something to be broken out on special occasions. I mean, it's got a high alcohol content. It's a rather special beer. It was rather expensive for a single 12-ounce bottle, but wow. Definitely worth checking out if you're somebody who likes to experiment and try new beers like I do. But anyway, that's the end of this review. So now it's time to jump over and get into the question topic time. So I still don't really have any questions to answer so far, so I've got another topic to give you guys. I guess today I'm going to talk about music. I'm going to talk about what kind of music I'm into. And really that's kind of I guess a deep question. I mean, I like all kinds of music. I've been listening to everything growing up from, you know, my parents were, I don't know, they were born and, you know, lived through the 50s, the 60s, the 70s. So they, I don't know, like my dad was in an awesome band where he played the trumpet. It was a band called Mouse and the Boys in Brass. And so, of course, they had a brass section. My dad was a trumpet player. They had I think 3 trumpet players, saxophones. It was just a really awesome band. And they actually came back and did 2 reunion concerts, which I got the privilege to go to. And it was amazing to hear all these old guys get up there and jam out. And the people in the audience were loving it. My dad actually went to college with Butch Trucks, who was the drummer for the Allman Brothers. And so, you know, he grew up in that whole Jacksonville scene when, you know, music was big then. It's just like he said, they just didn't become big where it counted. Like, this was during AM, FM radio time, or more AM radio time before FM. So, you know, if they just weren't in San Francisco and New York where it was really popping, where record deals were flowing and where people were getting noticed. And so, unfortunately, they didn't grow to be the success that I think they really could have been had they been in the right place at the right time. But again, because of that music, it led me into the other things that I'm into as well. I mean, I had a brother who's 6 years older than me, so I had a little bit of his influence, as well as me being a baby, an 80s person. You know, I grew up listening to stuff like Michael Jackson, and you know, it's just like, I don't know, the whole Motown music to me is something that's really special to me. I think all music has its place. I mean, I'm a classical music fan. I like you know, so many different pieces, and I've had the ability to go to a couple shows here locally and listen to the orchestra around here, and I listened to a piano recital not too long back, which was just really a lot of fun to me, and it's so classy, and it feels good to go out to a live theater show and watch some of these performers play. It's just absolutely amazing. But again, and that's why I like going and seeing live music. It really makes me appreciate the artist so much more. I've gone to see so many shows in my you know, teenage years and then my late 20s. I used to go to, you know, God, at least 20 or so concerts a year. Saw Slipknot, Disturbed, you know, Zakk Wylde's Black Label Society, saw Ben Harper and the Wailers, 311, Pennywise, Real Big Fish, Mighty Mighty Bosstones. The list goes on and on. I've seen so many really good bands, and you know, again, these are all, oh, Green Day was probably my favorite concert. If I had to say what my favorite show was, it would be, in all honesty, Green Day. And it was for their American Idiot tour when they had the, you know, like Boulevard of Broken Dreams and stuff like that. It was such a cool show. I mean, they just have a great stage presence that reminds me of like old school concerts when, you know, when artists really put on a really good stage show. And Green Day was awesome. I can't remember what song it was, but they had pulled out of the audience a guitar player and a drummer and I think a bass player. And these random people got to get up on stage and take over and play those instruments. And, you know, of course, the singer got up there and he sang, you know, while these, you know, random people were playing the song, and it was absolutely awesome. They sent them home with those instruments, so they, you know, got to keep them. But you know, like I say, my music's diverse. I like listening to hip-hop, but I tend to like old school hip-hop because most of the music today, most of it's like club bangers, so it's nothing that the lyrics really don't have much meaning, and it's kind of shitty to me. I like, what else is there that I like? I mean, I grew up listening to techno and going to raves when raving was the big deal, you know, and you know, the explicit drug scene and techno. Although I do like dubstep, I think it's a lot cooler than most of the techno we used to listen to growing up. It's got a really unique style and sound to it. So yeah, I mean, I like everything. My favorite though would have to be guitar. I mean, I'm a guitar player myself. I've been playing for many years. I'm slowly starting to get better. Maybe I'll do a video or two and show you guys, you know, what I sound like or whatever. I'm nothing great, and I kind of have low confidence in a lot of things, so, you know, I don't consider myself to be great, but, you know, I'm learning and I'm getting better as the years go by. Yeah, I mean, honestly, you know, some of my favorite artists, you know, are just solo guitar players like Andy McKee or Steve Vai or Joe Satriani. Eric Johnson is such a perfectionist. I love watching him play. He's just a master at what he does. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this one up. I just kind of wanted to wrap with you guys a little bit about what's up, and these are my kind of music interests. Please leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you're into. What's your favorite genre of music, or do you play an instrument? What is it? Let me know. If you make music, do you have a YouTube channel? I'll go check it out. But anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to join me on all the various social networking sites, and as always, stay toasty, my friends. I am definitely going to get drunk off of this 15% beer. Anyway, cheers, guys.